Grace had put as much time and emotion into the selection of this dress as other women put into picking their wedding dresses. After all, that was a dress she would not be choosing. That choice had been made by her great-grandmother 50 years ago. The proof hung on the library wall of Fairvale Manor. Portraits of the 3 generations of brides who had worn the dress that Ava Grace secretly thought of as the ancient and honorable. She would be the 4th to wear it, unless the thing was dry-rotted. That was a cheery thought. "I have something for you." Emma Francis opened a small leather jewelry case. "Would you like to wear this?" She held up a delicate sapphire and diamond choker that had been in the family forever. "I've always loved that." Ava Grace took the necklace and fastened it around her neck. "Perfect." Emma Francis adjusted the middle stone. "You know your father. He wanted you to wear Great-Aunt Corinne's sapphire necklace, but I vetoed that. It's too heavy. Anyway, you are so beautiful you don't need something so ornate." "Thank you, Mama." Emma Francis gave Ava Grace a conspiratorial smile. "I have it on good authority from Celeste Landry that Skip took his grandmother's ring, the sapphire and diamond one that she always wore on her right hand, in for cleaning." A wave of pleasure washed over Ava Grace. Any ring would have been fine, but she'd been hoping for that one. Hoping and waiting for 4 years. Longer, really. For most of her life, but in earnest, for 4 years. It had long been a foregone conclusion that she and Skip, James Patton Landry IV, would get married. That he would propose publicly at the Laurel Springs Christmas Gala. Landry men had been popping the question there since the inception of the party in 1945, when the war was over and Fairvale Manor was brand new. Ava Grace sometimes got the idea that her friends, Hyacinth and Evans, thought she was being ramrodded by her parents into some kind of archaic arranged marriage. But it wasn't true. She wanted this. The marriage, the home, the children. True, it was what her parents expected, just as they had expected her brother Emerson to go into the family business. But so what? Emerson was happy, and so would she be. She considered herself extremely fortunate that their expectations and her desires coincided. Ava Grace had never doubted that this day would come. Along with their other best friend, Brad, Skip had been a constant in her life from the time they were babies. They'd learned to dance together at junior cotillion, and they'd had their first real date when they were 15. Neither of them had ever dated anyone else. He'd seen her through high school proms, college sorority formals, and her debutante ball. There was no way he would ever let her down in this dance called life. Still, it had been a long and, in many ways, humiliating 4 years. She had expected to get a Landry family heirloom ring the December before she and Skip graduated from college. She from Belmont, he from the University of Alabama. He would go to work in his family's investment banking business. They would get married and continue to live in the Birmingham suburb of Laurel Springs Village, a 20-minute drive from his downtown office. She'd chosen a dress that year, too, but he hadn't proposed. She didn't question him because one didn't, but he gave her a sideways explanation anyway. After graduation, he was going to work in the Charleston office for a year or so, before returning to Alabama to get on with their lives. He thought, and his parents agreed, it would be valuable to learn the ropes somewhere other than the Birmingham.